Like, I'm the poster child that never wanted to do this, and I'm never going to let somebody, get inside me or in my head. I was the poster child for not going to therapy, speaking to a therapist, or even having an inkling of doing hypnotherapy. But through this journey, I knew something was wrong, and if nothing changes, nothing changes. And hi, my name's Damien. I wanted to share my thoughts and feelings on the hypnotherapy session me and Chris just did on Saturday. It was called the Vortex. I just want to give you a little insight on what I felt both during and after. During, it was very intense. There was a lot of emotional toxicity that was built up within me, and as we started off, as she was asking questions, it almost was like looking through a Viewmaster or being in a TV show or a movie where you could see everything was so vivid and you could hear clearly and you were there but nobody could see you. And as we were asking these questions, a lot of stuff came rushing through, and it weighs heavy on you. So when we got to the vortex part, it almost looked like a tornado. I could see this bright yellow light coming swirling around me, and that was at the beginning of trying to release all this negative energy and the toxicity that has been built up within me, and some of the trauma that I didn't even know was trauma that was stuck in there. So as we were doing that, it was so heavy that I was not even able to move my left thigh. I couldn't move it up. It felt like it was cemented into the chair I'm sitting in, and I couldn't move it at all. And the more astounding part is to feel that energy was not only just me. My dog was in the next room, and as she was going through this and going through something, getting all this toxicity and negative energy out of me, he was actually barking, and at certain points I had to tell him that he was okay and that I was okay, because he was picking up on that energy from a different room altogether. And as the vortex started coming back down, as we're releasing everything, there was a lot of, it felt like a big weight that got lifted off of my chest, and just throughout my whole body you could feel it. It was a big tingling sensation, and you could just feel like certain parts of my body where it might have, things had been just stored up that I didn't know was there, started to be released. As we're going through this, at the very end, after I saw it, still was like a big tornado I was engulfed in, and it's just swirling and swirling around me, and I can feel, she's talking, and I can hear more and more. And by the end of it, as she was releasing all this negativity and toxicity out of me, another astounding thing was that my dog had stopped barking, and he actually slept. He slept probably for the rest of the day. He was just exhausted. I mean, he picked up on the energy. He thought that, something was wrong with me. But at the end of the day, it was probably about 3 hour session. A lot of stuff that I saw that I didn't know was bothering me, that I could see clear as day. Like I was, stuff from early childhood, just growing up, and things that have happened throughout my life. And just to give everybody a heads up as where I'm coming from, I'm a grateful delivered alcoholic. Will be 3 years, God willing, here in April. And to give you an idea, I was the poster child for not going to therapy, speaking to a therapist, or even having an inkling of doing hypnotherapy. But through this journey, I knew something was wrong, and if nothing changes, nothing changes. And I really believe God put Chris in my life, and she has been instrumental every single step of the way. She followed up with me afterwards. After I came out of the hypnosis, I was very tired and out of it, and I could just feel like, my body had gone through, I felt like I worked out for 8 hours. Took a shower, relaxed the rest of the day, and then next day was still a little bit sluggish, but things were starting to pick up a little bit. But I still, was starting to just let my body, do its thing and, relax. It didn't happen overnight, so I didn't expect it to, just heal overnight. And we're on probably day 2. This was on Saturday when we did this. And now, honestly, today I feel like a different man after doing this hypnosis. This is my second one with Chris, and she follows up. She's been there every step of the way. She answers any questions. She's very caring. She loves what she does, and you can clearly see that. So as being on the end of this one here, Energy levels through the roof, confidence is through the roof. I've never slept better. I'm not reactive anymore. I would oftentimes something happen and I'm just boom, just want to jump to something because that's what that's all I knew. And that's how I was always, I'm 44, but I say 44 is the new 24. But for 44 years of my life, I didn't know this stuff was going on and how I was reacting and how that was affecting not only me, but some of the people that, that I care about that are around me. So now, just every little thing, I can feel the people that are around me pick up on the energy. They're acting different towards me. People that I would argue with aren't arguing with me. I'm better to be able to communicate with people. I have the clarity, like my brain, I'm focused, like super laser focused, like I have blinders on, like the things that used to bother me don't bother me, and the things that I thought were important aren't important. So a lot of stuff has changed as far as being intentional on, what I'm doing and, who I'm allowing to be in my life. And I'm really trying to, every day I listen to the recording that Chris sends, both from the first time and now. I've been working on meditation. I bought a couple books on it. So it's, it's an investment in yourself. And for anybody that may be listening and you're on the fence, like I'm the poster child that never wanted to do this, and I'm never going to let somebody, get inside me or in my head. I see a therapist twice a week or twice a month, every 2 weeks. And then now, like this has been, I thought LASIK surgery was the best thing I've ever invested in, but, investing here in myself and having Chris every step of the way, and her, her knowledge and her expertise and guidance and what she does, it's inexplicable. It really is. And anybody that might be on the fence, about it, it is definitely worth it. There's always people that are going to say this, that, and the other, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day because, working on yourself, it's just you versus you. And, I always said, when I would train people, it's either one day or day one. And I know from being a grateful delivered alcoholic that, one day's turn into never, and that one day never comes. So if anybody's, definitely on the fence, I could tell you that I feel like a completely, different person right now, different man, different father, different friend, different coworker, just, relationships with friends are better, just everything. And I can just see every single day, you can see more and more of it. I'm at peace. I never thought that, I didn't know what peace was. I was so, burning myself out all the time and overworked and social conditioned to do this, that, and the other. And I've never experienced peace like this. Like I have an inner happiness. Like I am happy with myself, and I haven't had that in a long, long time. And, once you get to that point, and then I can feel it, it's just an amazing feeling. And day by day, it just gets a little bit better. Like I said, I've never slept as good. Just the way that communicating with people, but that focus, like I'm just laser focused and intentional on what I do and who I talk to and who I do things with and everything else. So I just wanted to share my experience with you. I hope anybody that might be listening, I hope this helps. And, if I could give you any piece of advice, give her a try. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. She's the number one, hypnotherapist in the world, and she's endorsed by a lot of powerful people. But just the changes that'll go on within you, and just as little as one session with her, absolutely amazing. I can't thank Chris enough for what she's done and continues to do for me and my son, and just continue to help me be the best version that that I can be. So I hope for anybody that's listening, I hope this really helps. Thank you.